Welcome back here to the Beer City Cup. My name is Zachary Buttright. Welcome in to Field 2B as we've got another great men's premier match. It's Villains FC versus FC GULFSTREAM. FC GULFSTREAM in the blue jerseys. Well, we've got kind of a variety of blue, but, you know, we've got the black shorts and the kind of darker blues for the Villains FC going right to left. So, GULFSTREAM going left to right, Villains right to left. Didn't get rosters for this game. Sorry about that one. Actually, maybe it did. Here we go. Villains FC. Got it. And GULFSTREAM. This is Villain FC's first game. GULFSTREAM tied Zona FC in this men's premier. There are 12 total teams. You got to be top 2 in your group to make the semifinals. GULFSTREAM, a team from Florida. And it is a team from Miami, Florida. We've mentioned that before. And as for Villains, it is from Savannah, Georgia. So home field for Villains, and they've kind of got that anime-themed jersey. And here they are on the counterattack now. Oh, it's a 2-on-0. Oh, and it just bounced right to the Villains goalkeeper, who I don't have numbers on. I do have numbers on the GULFSTREAM team. Let's see if we can. Isupov is in goal. That's about all I've got. Isupov down. And my fellow colleague, Cole Slater, we looked at it earlier, and, you know, the names are definitely as tough as we thought they were. So I know he's getting on me over there for sure. So if you're trying to be top 2 here, a win for the Villains team would give them a spot into the quarterfinals. It's actually a Japanese national team kit with the anime style. I think they must have had that a couple years ago. The GULFSTREAM team is very tight to the line over here. Remember the dark blue lines that we were playing. Here's GULFSTREAM. And they have numbers on the front of their jerseys, not on the back for GULFSTREAM. Once again, all made up of a bunch of Ukrainian, Czech, and Russian players. Here they go. That stays in bounds. Nice little tiki-taka. Unable to connect, though. Intercepted there by Villains. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, don't forget to subscribe to Beer City Cup. Don't miss any of the action, especially as the money gets handed out tomorrow. Making our way towards our goal for subscribers. And also, don't forget to like the video if you are enjoying it. And don't forget to send comments. Who are you supporting? We want to know which team you are supporting. Don't forget, VAR is intact in this tournament. We've got a secondary screen where the referee can come over and look to see if a certain foul led to a goal or if a certain foul was worthy of yellow. You know, normal VAR type stuff. And it's 25-minute halves, as you probably saw in the first game. But if you're watching the Villains for the first time, you would want to know it's 8v8. Smaller goals, 7v21. Here's the GULFSTREAM, though, on the cross. And here comes the counterattack with speed now. It's 1v1. Can't really corral it in, though. And there is Isupov. So for these Villains team, like we said, if they win the game, they will know that they are shared a spot in the semifinals. GULFSTREAM and Zona both sit at 4 points. Once again, A win is 6 points, a draw is 3, and each goal you score, up to 3 goals, gets you 3 points. So Zona is honestly in the best position because they have the first game and the last game. Both of the other 2 teams have back-to-back games, so advantage there. Oh, missed strike there for Villains. And Villains, you know, it's a mixed bag of younger players and older players. The oldest player on this team, 48 years of age, Jose Jimelo Rea. And while the youngest player sits at 19, Franklin, Sukup is the youngest player. That's all the way back to the goalkeeper for Villains. Once again, the men's Premier Division paying 5,000 to the winner. And this is usually a highly competitive division. Men's Elite obviously is very good, but you have a more of an even field in the men's Premier. But the men's Elite this year has been very good so far in Savannah. Here's a throw in for Villains. Sorry once again for the folks at home. If the jerseys are a little bit tough, you know, it's blue on blue almost. Sometimes these teams don't have any other jerseys that they brought to the tournament, and it can sometimes lead to the situation we're looking at here. But nonetheless, we can kind of differentiate here on the field. Sorry for anybody at home who struggles with the color blue, because that is definitely a challenge as of right now. Who's low says, let's go Zona. Obviously some Zona fans watching this game of very utmost importance. And for a very good reason as well. Zona FC could know what they need to do in their last game. They cannot clinch a spot in the semifinals, or excuse me, quarterfinals, but they can sure know what they need to do in the next game. We've got players watching from Zona FC as well. So here is GULFSTREAM Premier. GULFSTREAM, big strike at it. Just not enough over the ball there, as that one was always rising up and away. Oh, GULFSTREAM steals it away quickly. And GULFSTREAM and Zona had big battle earlier. I think GULFSTREAM leveled late in that game. GULFSTREAM SC Sporting Club. But here, Villains on the doorstep. Blocked was the shot. And Huzlovo says shout out to Tapin and Chaplin and Bella. I think those are the players, the captains for Zona. I think they just walked by our commentary tent as well, so funny coincidence and timing there. And it's blocked out for a GULFSTREAM corner. Nice move there. Oh, couldn't get the finish though. Was GULFSTREAM. But Gulfstream there, good chance off the corner kick. They've looked like the better team on set pieces, but in transition, Villains has been solid. As we hit the halfway mark of the first half, here's Villains trying to break the deadlock. Villains settling it down over on that far touchline. Bunch of neon cleats here today, oddly enough. And it looked like it was headed out on Villains, but it'll be a Villains throw in. Must have been last touched by Gulfstream. And here's a big ball in. It's one-on-one. Gulfstream player getting bumped off a little bit. That was what it looked like. Karpinski, maybe. Oh, Karpinski gets the diagonal ball, but knocked away. Once again, I'd like to give a shout out to proud sponsors Flight Sports, the official ball of Beer City Cup, as well as Sierra Nevada. The Hazy IPA, the proud beer of the Beer City Cup, where you have beer, soccer, and cash. Here's the corner, long this time. Maybe planned that way for Gulfstream. Gulfstream just kind of possessing around right now, seeing what Villains want to do. Then they have the attacking pass that's into the front line. Oh, nice work there by Karpinski. Lost it, though, on the pass afterwards, after that nice footwork. The Villains attacker was behind the defending player from Gulfstream. That is okay. There's no offsides here at the Beer City Cup. Once again, Villains FC from Savannah, Georgia, the host. A lot of teams from the men's premier from Savannah, Georgia, local teams. That's how it always is in the Beer City Cup. But here are the Gulfstream premier. Shot blocked there by Villains. These guys from Miami, Florida, the closest to Florida that the Beer City Club will be. Karpinski comes off, takes a breath real quick. And a lot of these players, almost all of them, wearing the artificial turf shoes, which has been a big conversation point as it's a save made by the Villains keeper. It's been a big conversation point for the fact of the turf is very, very bumpy. And reports from the players are that it has been very heavy type of turf with all the rubber pellets. You can probably see it bouncing up. You can probably see how it's very dark as well on your screen. But not only that, it is very much so a turf shoes kind of day. And you may know what turf shoes are. Well, they have little bumps on the bottom that help grip, and they're flat soled. No cleated, molded plastic that sticks down like you see. And they have different variety of length too. These studs on those flats. Gulfstream Looks like they'll get a corner kick. It was last off Villains, yes. And I don't think I see a single Gulfstream player with studs out there. They're all flats. So they were well prepared for this. They knew what they were getting into when they signed up for the Beer City Cup. But once again, thanks for listening in, and don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss any of the action at the Beer City Cup. And even a loss for Gulfstream here does not eliminate them. It would go to tiebreakers. If Zona does lose and not score as well, say that Gulfstream loses. And tiebreakers will be, I'll give you that here in a second, as Villains picks it off. Big clearance there from Gulfstream. All the way towards midfield from their 6-yard box. Here is Gulfstream. Driving in outside of the boot, trying to find their teammate. No offsides there. Right in front of the net, cleared away though by Villains. Ball had a weird spin on it. Looked like it came back into play, but it had already bounced out of bounds. To briefly go back to the conversation of tiebreakers, it's head-to-head, and obviously Zona and Gulfstream tied as this corner gets played in deep towards the top of the box. That's where they were going for Gulfstream. Dinked inside, time to turn. Big touch there. Referee says yes, it's a free kick right on the edge of the 18. So Gulfstream in a dangerous area. Walls 8 yards away from the spot of the ball. It's head-to-head. That was the first tiebreaker. Going back to that last point on that. Goal differential and most goals scored and least goals allowed, and then most shutouts and, you know, penalty kicks or a coin toss. So it would be, you know, how many goals you give up, the important factor. Say that Zona and Gulfstream both lose and don't score. If they both give up the same amount of goals, then it would go all the way to a coin toss most likely. But here is a chance for Gulfstream. Find it. Oh, saved by the right foot there of Villains. Gets an ovation from the crowd over on that far sideline from Villains. Good fan base, good support from the families over there, obviously local to Savannah. Subs getting ready, it looks like, for Gulfstream maybe. Oh, chance now. Shot. Oh, he's at the outside of the frame. And he's really brought the spark to Villains. That's been the life to Villains so far. Headed back down, and Gulfstream now attacking. Space out wide potentially, down the end line, cross back in towards the top of the box, towards the far corner of the 18. Poked away there by the Villains defender. Stay in play there over on the far touch line now, going back towards midfield. Heavily pressed there by the Villains attacker. Played in and oh, misplayed there, but one quickly back. Gulfstream not done yet in the offensive half. Shielding off of it and gets a goal kick for Villains. So only about 4 minutes left here in this first half. We'll see both teams regroup. And a draw not necessarily bad for Gulfstream. A win and a draw would both certify that they would be in the quarterfinals as one of the top two placers in their group. Villains trying to get out of a tight situation. Gulfstream on top of it. Referee was in the way for a second, but Villains now, they've got some numbers up forward right now. Gulfstream's just got to try and clear it. They do, but not for long, as that right around midfield. Villains win it back. So once again, a win or a draw for Gulfstream puts them into the quarterfinals. A win for Villains puts them into the quarterfinals. Long range effort shot. Ooh. There was a head in the way from the Gulfstream team. Couldn't see where it went, but we know it missed the frame of the goal. But this men's premier, obviously a very heated division, and like we said, ultra competitive, uber competitive. Now Villains, just possession, Comavos. See it on the back of his jersey there. So we know at least one of the players. Nifty footwork, really the creator. He's wearing the green headband. Oh, he's passed it off to his teammate. Oh, right to Ispov in net for Gulfstream. Definitely butchering any name that I tried to say for Gulfstream, but we're going to do it anyway. Beer City Savannah wants to thank its proud sponsors, Flight Sports, the ball sponsor, Sierra Nevada IPA, the official beer sponsor, and also TSC TV, the broadcast partner for this Beer City Cup. It's going to be a foul on Gulfstream, and it's one of those that it allows an opportunity for them to get set up, and it's been really dangerous so far for Villains when they've gotten number 10 and the green headband. Once again, we don't have numbers for Villains. Caught there by Isupov. But whenever those two players have gotten together, the one with the green headband and number 10, it has been dynamic so far. That's their best chances that they've created. Mere seconds away from the end of the first half. I think he did blow the whistle. Thought it was the field behind us, but it is the end of the first half. 0-0 here to end the first between Gulfstream and Villains FC. We'll be right back here with Beer City Cup Savannah 2026. Zachary Buttright on the call for TSC TV. We'll be right back.